Hi, I'm going to be filming my everyday foundation routine, so here we go. My favorite foundations, I said both of them in my January favorites video, but I start off by spraying MAC Fix Plus all over my face, and then as a primer I've been using the L'Oreal Paris Magic Perfecting Base, and I absolutely love this. So I do this. I'm going to put some on my forehead as well. After letting that set for maybe 1 to 3 minutes, I'm going to mix together the Bourjois Healthy Mix Serum Foundation and the MAC Prep and Prime Natural Radiance Base. I just like mixing my primer and foundation. It makes it blend in a little bit more. And I don't use brushes because, I don't know, I don't really enjoy the finish. So here we go. This is just like one shade too dark, but I don't really care because I love the foundation so much. And blend it down the neck. And I personally don't enjoy full finish coverage, mainly because I really believe in showing off natural beauty, and I do not at all have perfect skin. I have hyperpigmentation and acne, but I don't really care as much as some people. Oh, I'm sorry about the mirror. So once that looks pretty blended in, sometimes I'll go in with just a tiny bit more of my foundation and put it over the areas that need just a tiny bit more coverage. And so that would be my cheeks because they're very, very pink, my forehead a little bit, my chin, and the sides of my nose. When I feel the sides of my nose are way worse, I actually go in with a concealer. And there we go with that. And lately I haven't been using powder aside from under my eyes, just to set my under eye concealer. Mainly, but I don't set the rest of my face because I've had such dry skin lately, so that is why. Okay, everything seems to be pretty blended in. Just gotta make sure you go down the neck a little bit so it blends in seamlessly. Okay, that's all looking good. Now I'm gonna be going in with my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser in the shade Fair. And let me just do this. The sponge tip isn't very sanitary, but I just try to use it under my eyes only. So there we go. I do it in a triangle. Where did the top go? Oh, here we are. And then I just once more blend it in with my fingers. I feel like brushes soak up the product too much for me. And I do this, I don't have dark circles very much. I just do this to kind of highlight my face a little bit. And when you do this, you should always use your ring finger like I am, I gently blend it in, but you're supposed to just pat it in. And let's see how this looks. So far, so good. I'm really liking how that looks. Now for powder, as once more I said it in my January favorites video, I use the MAC translucent powder and a Sigma tapered kabuki F86 brush to just kind of go like that. And let me grab some powder. I might use a little bit more powder the rest of my face, but I don't know yet. And I just pat this in, and I find that it really sets the powder in place. I mean the concealer in place. And I'm also going to go after letting my foundation kind of set itself for a while, I'm going to go in and do my eyebrows. I'm using the NYX Eyebrow Gel and Espresso. And what I do is I have a Spoolie from a little sample mascara, and I just squeeze a tiny, tiny little bit of this out and just kind of dip the Spoolie in here, because I just like to go through my eyebrows after dipping my Spoolie in the product. I like to just go through my eyebrows like this and just get my eyebrows in place where I want them, and just with a tiny, tiny little bit of product so they can be filled in just a tiny, tiny bit before I go in with a brush. My hair is in the way. And so there's just a tiny, tiny little bit of product on here. And then I'm going to go in with a brush and fill them in. I'm using the exact same product on the back of my hand this time. So just a teensy tiny little bit, just like a tiny little dot of this. And I'm not even going to use that entire dot. Now what I do is, by the way, this is a Coastal Scents. It's their small angled brush. It doesn't have a name. And now I'm just going to line underneath both of my brows. And then line the top. And then just slightly fill in the edges before going to the rest of the brow. And I'm going to do the exact same thing on my other brow. Sorry if you can see the mirror, by the way. It's hard to do brows like normal without being able to see. So now I'm just going to do the exact same thing. And now do the exact same thing on the top. And I don't know if you can tell or not, but I completely messed up this brow. Yeah, I think you can tell. But I usually go in with a cotton swab, and I'll go get one. Once I have my cotton swab, I just like to go where I messed up and just sort of rub it away. Before I take my spoolie and just fix it. Does anybody else have a brow that they like more than the other one? Because I love this one, and that one's just kind of stupid. And I have naturally very thick brows, so here are my brows. And since I'm not very good at contouring, I'm not going to film my contouring. I'm still practicing, still learning, but I will be using the Smashbox contour palette, which has 3 beautiful shades. This one is for contouring, this is for bronzing, and this is for highlighting, and I'm going to be using this shade. But once more, I'm not going to show it. I'm too bad at it. And I'm not going to be showing my eyeshadow because I don't even know what kind of eyeshadow I'll be wearing today. But thank you for watching. It really means a lot to me, and thank you. Bye.